Kalad ka rin na yan mga yan pag ayaw sumama. At the same time, when I saw the video, parang nag-flashback sa akin yung ginawa ng mga kapulisan ng araw sa amin. At ang sabi mo, hihilahin ko yan. Is that what you said, General Torre?
Sir, it's already all optics and tactics already because it's already...
No, I'm asking you.
There was no, you cannot plan on a rumor, ma'am.
Kaya nagtataka ako,
again,
bakit group effort? Chismis lang naman yun.
Chismis nga. Ayun
Yun nga, kung chismis, bakit mag-group effort pa? Tapos pinangalanan mo pa lahat na
maraming
nag-group
marites sa
effort.
mundo to, ma'am.
Labis naman yung marites, dami-daming
It
marites
was a
sa amin.
discussion of a rumor based on the statement of the president in Hong Kong.
Alright, magandang gabi sa inyo lahat mga kayon. Siyempre, maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga viewers natin abroad, pati na rin dito sa lokal sa Pilipinas, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Maraming salamat po sa pagtangkilik, panonood at higit sa lahat pagsuporta dito sa channel natin, Joe Malone TV. Kung di ka pa nakasubscribe, paki-double check kung nakasubscribe ka na. Kung hindi naman, paki-click na lang yung subscribe button. Sa katabi niyan, merong bell icon. Paki-click na rin. Pag-click ng bell icon, lalabas yung all. Paki-click doon. Sa ganun, meron kang notification every time na mag-upload tayo. Lalong-lalo na yung mga panahon na to na talagang bakbakan ang pagtatagumpay at pagsusuporta natin kay Tatay Digong. No? Shoutout sa lahat ng mga viewers natin abroad. Mega love shoutout sa inyo. Pati na rin dito sa Pilipinas, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Paki-attendance check muna tayo dyan mga kayon. Paki-comment naman dyan sa baba kung saan kayo naroon. Yung exact location nyo, hindi yung exact parte ng bahay nyo. Baka mamaya may mag-comment na naman dyan, watching from Cubeta. Okay, shoutout natin lahat ng mga members natin. Maraming salamat. Saka yung mga nagsasend sa atin ng GCash. Maraming donors. Maraming salamat. Wala pong persahan dyan. Kung gusto nyo lang mag-share ng blessing, maraming salamat. At I'm very sure malayo ang mararating niya. Makakatulong yan doon sa church natin. Alright. Simulan natin to kasi medyo mahaba-haba to I'm sure napanood nyo na to. Yung hearing kanina sa Senate kung saan yung Committee on Foreign Relations, ang chairperson natin, syempre walang iba kundi si Senator Amy Marcos. Di ba? Ang bango-bango ni Amy Marcos ngayon. Ang bango-bango. Ang bango ngayon. Okay, ang bango ha. 12 yung mananalo no? 10 lang yung nasa PDP laban. May sobra pang 2. Sino kaya yan? Yan. Sino kaya yan? Hindi, I'm sure napanood nyo na to. Maganda to. Bardagulin natin. Pinili ko na yung mga medyo magaganda. Di ba? Kasi 5 hours yung yung hearing 5 oras yun. Maraming magaganda, to tell you honestly. Maraming magaganda, maraming nautal-utal, nalunok ata nila, yung dila nila, naibalik lang ng bahagya ulit sinabi ni Senator Bongo na wala namang mangyayari dito. Hindi naman nila may babalik sa Tatay Digong. Kumbaga, pag-uusapan lang. Kumbaga, para sa future references, para hindi na maulit sa iba, sa kaya na siguro, yun na lang magiging benefit nun. Pero, kumbaga, useless na lang daw, according kay Senator Bongo, dahil nandoon na si Tatay Digong, di ba? Hindi naman nila may babalik na, according kay Senator Bongo. According naman kay Senator Bato de la Rosa, malalim na yung sugat, hindi na malaman kung mahihilom pa, dahil si Tatay Digong ay nandoon na, walang katiyakan kung kailan makakapalit. Di ba? So, samot-saring emosyon, ang nangyayari. Dito, sa Senate, kanina, umaten si General Torre, si Gibo Chedoro, si John Vic Remulla, pati na rin yung Jesus Remulla sa DOJ, at marami pang abogado, si Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. Nagsalita din si Vice President Sara Duterte, pati na rin si Senator Jinggoy Estrada. So, yan na, bakbakan. Si Senator Amy Marcos ang chairperson. Remember sa ginawa ni Bongbong Marcos dito kay Tatay Digong, medyo humina lalo tuloy yung Team Alyansa. Ang PDP laban naman lumakas. So hindi natin alam kung ano magiging effect niyan doon sa Team Alyansa, di ba? Kasi lalong uminit, di ba? Yung iba duda pa doon sa ibang member ng PDP laban, pero dahil nangyari yung kay Tatay Digong noong March 11, mas lalo tuloy umangat ito at nagkaroon talaga ng lamang, di ba? Kahit tignan nyo dyan sa mga survey na yan. So, syempre, Hindi natin alam kung nagsisisiyan sila doon sa grupo na yon o kanya-kanyang nalulunod na yung bangka. No? Save yourself! Nalulunod na yung bangka. Di ba? Lumulubog-lubog na. Siyempre, kanya-kanyang ligtasan na yan sa sarili nila. Eto na. Si Senator Amy Marcos. Bardagulin natin. Kung gusto nyo matawa, panoorin nyo yung hearing kanina sa Senate. Matatawa ka kasi makikita mo, ang galing no? Parang may marami nagko-comment nga dyan, sinungaling versus sinungaling. Tapos sabi na, ang ganda daw ng palabas. Bakbakan din kasi. Pinili na natin kung ano yung mga magagandang part dito at bigyan natin ng konting reaction. Meron naman tayong mga full version nito pero I'm sure napanood nyo na rin sa ibang mga vlogger. Marami nag-upload nito. Pero ito, gawin natin. Himahimahin natin. Yan, himahimahin natin. Tapos tignan natin kung sino talaga yung mga makikita nyo Ang galing talaga, no? Ang galing talaga ng Panginoon, no? Pagka talagang malalaman mo talaga kung sino nagsisinungaling. Matatawa ka na lang kasi alam mo na nagsisinungaling sila. Tapos sila nang gano'n, nagbabuffer. Parang yung alam mo yung loading, no? Tapos sasalita, tapos maghahang ulit. Di ba? Malalaman mo talaga na nagsisinungaling. Panoorin natin.
Nagsalita po ang ating mahal na Secretary John Vic na ang nagplano po rito o yung pagkaintindi namin, ang nagplano ay kayo.
I would like
Secretary
to answer that.
Anyo, Secretary Gibo Chodoro, at ang pinangalan, ang Chief PNP, General Marbil. Parang apat yung pinangalanan sa isang interview ng ating Secretary ng DILG.
Can I answer that, ma'am?
Yes, please, you're recognized.
The question was, who planned this? I did not state in any way who planned it. The meeting was of executive privilege. It is a conversation between the president and the ones I mentioned. There was.
So what exactly did you say? Ano sinabi po ninyo?
They
Ang
asked me-
pagkaintindi namin, itong apat na pinangalanan, ang siyang nagplano. Kasi
Ma'am, we're already invoking
namin.
executive privilege in this matter.
Yes.
We're invoking executive privilege in this
Yes,
matter.
that's fine, but it's
Yes.
in the interview and it's
Yes, ma'am.
public.
It goes as far as the interview, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I'd like to understand. I
Ba't pa kasi sabay-sabay kayo nagsasalita?
think your brother was trying
I
to
did not
explain
state in any
what he
way.
said in the interview, and I'm happy
They
to
asked
hear
me
it.
if I planned it. I said it was not me. There were other people in the room, but we did not discuss any plans of any arrest.
Saan nanggaling yung mga pangalan na ito?
Ma'am, that again is executive privilege. Ma'am, let
Pero
me explain,
nandun-
let me
nandun
explain
sa
first, ma'am.
interview po eh.
Yes,
Ang
ma'am.
liwanag
Let
eh.
me explain first, ma'am. We were discussing rumors of an
chismis daw,
impending
chismis.
arrival
Parang
based
hindi
on.
yung gano'n ang dating sa amin eh. Ang
That
pagkaintindi
is
namin,
the
apat
whole
na
truth,
nagplano.
Di ba ang yabang pa nga ng dating niya doon? Di ba? Ang yabang. Kaya ito yung sa on point kay Pinky
That is
Web.
we were discussing rumors. Go ahead, ma'am.
Patugtog na lang natin para maintindihan ha.
Yeah, pala may video pala.
Who was really on top of this? Kayo ho ba? Because during the press conference of the president, it was you
Diba? Yabang yan,
and the
yabang.
president.
Yes.
So ikaw ho ba nagplano ng lahat ng ito?
Hindi naman, hindi naman. It was a group effort. Secretary Chidoro was there. Secretary Anyong was there too. And the president and I. So, hindi naman ako. Ako lang ang
I
natira.
stand by that, ma'am.
Last man standing doon sa Malacanang.
I stand by that.
Kasi Secretary Chidoro was working out of his office.
Napakaliwanag po nung sinabi
Yes, ma'am.
ninyo.
Yes,
Wala
ma'am.
namang
Of course,
mapakiyaw-kiyaw dun sa
yes, ma'am.
sinabi.
Yes, ma'am.
Patayin na muna
nagbabakbak.
natin. Pakaliwanag naman ang sabi ninyo, hindi ako mag-isa kahit ako ang kasama ng presidente nung nagsalita sa press con, hindi ako mag-isa ang nagplano. Isang grupo kami. Tapos pinangalanan mo.
No, ma'am.
Sinabi ninyo eh.
I state, ma'am, again, executive privilege. But, ma'am,
Walang executive
I-
privilege kasi binunyag na
I
ninyo sa
must
TV.
state it very clear, as I stated very clear, that there was no mastermind. We were discussing mainly about what the president's statements were in Hong Kong, and it was based all on that statement, ma'am.
Sinabi ninyo na hindi kayo mag-isa na nagplano. kundi isang
There was no
grupo.
planning, ma'am.
Pero yun ang sabi eh.
I said, hindi ako nagplano. Marami
May
kaming-
isang grupo na
ang
nagplano.
We were all talking about a rumor, ma'am. And that is all.
Chismis.
Rumor lang yon.
Yes, ma'am.
Group effort ang sabi mo eh. Ang tanong niya kung ikaw ang nagplano. Tapos sabi mo,
There was no
"Hindi,
planning,
group
ma'am."
effort.
There was no planning, ma'am.
Uli ka na.
Ano yung effort ng group
Ma'am,
kapag hindi
let
plano?
me make
I think that intruding into executive privilege already, ma'am. I think that we please
No, I'm
respect
just
our.
asking him to explain the media.
Yes, ma'am. But
Yes,
it's already a
I'm
very thin
confining-
dividing line between what transpires in a room between
I will-
cabinet members
I will-
and a media statement. But there's a very thin dividing line, ma'am.
Understood.
I hope that we can respect executive privilege.
Understood, and the Senate and the Secretary Chodoro is fully aware. Every time there's a need to recess to executive session, I'm happy to do so, and I will do so when necessary. Pero ngayon, sinabi kasi sa TV, paliwanag naman ninyo sa atin kung ano ibig sabihin. Kasi ang sinabi, hindi ako mag-isa na nagplano, may grupo kami.
May ano,
They asked
group
me if I
effort.
planned it. Sabi ko, I did not plan it. I said we were there, and not to skirt, ma'am, executive privilege. It was mainly because of the statements of the former president in Hong Kong that he said, in his words, ma'am, in Hong Kong, that
Mahilig pala sa chismisan eh.
I think you have a clip. He said that ang reading ko ay may ICC warrant of arrest na. That was the best of my recollection, ma'am.
So anong pinag-group effortan? Anong
Yan.
Discuss
discuss
the rumor,
ng
ma'am.
grupo na
That, again, ma'am,
pinangalanan nyo?
as far as I will invoke in executive privilege, there was no, you cannot plan on a rumor, ma'am.
Kaya nagtataka
So,
ako,
again,
bakit
ma'am.
group effort? Chismis lang naman yun.
Chismis nga. Ayun
Yun na nga,
yun.
kung chismis, bakit mag-group effort pa? Tapos pinangalanan mo
Ma'am,
pa lahat na
maraming
nagpag-group
marites sa
effort.
mundo to, ma'am.
Dabis naman yung marites, dami-daming
It
marites
was a
sa amin.
discussion of a rumor based on the statement of the president in Hong Kong.
Nakakatuwa lang dahil chismis lang pala eh. Bakit sesentensyahan yung tao sa base ng chismis?
It was a discussion of a rumor
Wala.
based on the statement of
Wala
the
ka na.
president in Hong Kong.
So you deny that you're part and parcel of the planning and that the other persons you named, hindi rin sila kasali dun sa pagpaplano?
Again, ma'am, we were discussing the statement of the former president while he was in Hong Kong, that he said that he said, in his words, ang reading ko ay may warrant of arrest na ako. So that was the only basis of the conversation, ma'am.
So ito yung group effort ninyo.
Yes, ma'am.
Pinagtulong-tulungan ninyo yung isang bahagyang chismis.
It was, ma'am, all of that is, again, the statement of the former president, not ours.
Kwento
Okay,
mo sa
so walang
pagong.
kinalaman to. Pero para lamang sa kaprasong chismis, magtitipon-tipon pa yung mga sekretary ng kabinete. Nakakatuwa naman.
Ano?
Call it what you may, ma'am.
Tatawa,
Walang
tatawa.
magawa. Opo. Anyway, nabanggit na paulit-ulit itong Interpol. Hindi talaga chismis lang to. Meron talagang natanggap. At sinabi rin sa isang interview, alas 3 ng umaga, natanggap na yung notice of arrest nung Martes, March 11. Sinabi naman ni Secretary Remulla na si PNP General Marbil nakatanggap ng notice of arrest warrant alas 3 ng umaga ng Martes at sinabihan ang Pangulo ng alas 6. Nabasa niya na nga sa alas 6 ng umaga.
I
So
stand by
ibig
that,
sabihin, hindi po chismis to. Meron ng notice of arrest warrant.
You're
Totoo na
talking
siya.
about 2 different days, ma'am.
Okay.
March 10.
Sige, clarify
was-
po ninyo para
March 10
maintindihan namin.
was conjecture.
March 10,
was
chismis pa lang
conjecture.
yon.
Yes, ma'am.
Dala nung salita galing sa Hong Kong.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
March
Tapos,
11 was a formalized transmission
Okay.
by the ICC towards Interpol. And that was the first knowledge that this administration had of the presence of a action by the ICC directed towards Interpol. And that was the only formal knowledge that we had.
So, andun lang. So, ang ibig sabihin, ang gobyerno hindi tumulong sa ICC sa application ng warrant. Nagulat kayo na dumating na lang yung dokumento.
Yes, ma'am.
Wala kayong kaalam-alam or paghihingi.
None whatsoever, ma'am.
None whatsoever. Ganon din yung SOJ, pati yung SND. Wala kayong balita, wala kayong hinikayat, wala kayong pakikiusap na ilabas na yan sa lalong madaling panahon.
Wala po ako rito noon eh. Nasa Vienna po ako. Ma-attend po ako ng United Nations meeting sa Drugs and Crime,
Yung-
UNODC.
Yung March 10 o yung 11 po?
Parehong araw po, wala po ako rito. Ngunit nakikipag-usap ako sa telepono na tinatanong ko yung nangyayari dito sapagkat ang Department of Justice ay involved syempre sa bawat proseso. At kinakausap ko po yung mga pwede kong kausapin tungkol dito.
Okay, so wala kayo dito pero kayo nag-anunsyo at lumabas sa balita na alas 3 ng umaga pa lang ng Martes andyan na yung notice of warrant.
It was me, ma'am. It was
Ikaw
me.
ba? Ibang
It was
Remulla
me.
yun. Baka
It was
na-confuse
me who
pati
confirmed,
media.
ma'am.
Po.
It was me who confirmed during the press conference of March on Tuesday, March 11, I think, that when the president asked me on when the notice of diffusion arrived, and I stated it was 3 a.m.
Salamat. Okay. Si General Marbil, may idadagdag po kayo. Kayo daw ang nakatanggap eh.
Mama, natanggap ko po yun ay more or less after ng 3 o'clock. So usually ito po talaga ginagawa namin. Pagka meron pong request ang PCTC Interpol, we act po dun sa kanila po. Kung ano po yung request ng PCTC Interpol.
Maraming salamat, General Marbil. At Interpol ang binabanggit na natin ngayon, ano? So, yung Interpol, ang Pilipinas ay isa sa founding member. Isa tayo sa nanguna sa pagtatatag ng Interpol noong 1952. Interpol's purpose is to facilitate cooperation and assist member nations, no? So, crime information sharing, investigative support, specialized training, transnational crimes in particular are the focus of this agency, and this comprise terrorism, cybercrime, organized crime, financial crime, and anti-corruption. And to ensure that it is not used for persecution, in its constitution, the Interpol has Article 3, providing that it's strictly forbidden for the organization to undertake any intervention or activities of a political, military, religious or racial character. So maliwanag yan sa Interpol, hindi sila manghihimasok sa politika at sa domestic affairs ng isang bansa. Ngayon, eto na yung press con ng ating Pangulo noong March 11 ng 2025 at sinabi niya, andito yata yan, it's a request of the Philippine government from Interpol. And to enforce the arrest warrant, and of course we comply with our commitments to Interpol. We did not do this because it was derived or it came from ICC, but rather from Interpol. Because they asked us, we have commitments to them, we live up to those commitments. I don't think we violated the country's sovereignty. Bakit naman? Dahil consistent naman tayo, hindi tayo tumutulong sa investigasyon ng ICC. Wala tayong meron contact, pero not on an official level. We did not help them in any way. The arrest we did today was in compliance. Ayan, mabasa ninyo. Was in compliance with the commitment to Interpol at hindi yung ICC. Hindi natin kinakausap ang ICC, marami silang hinihingi sa atin ng mga dokumento, wala kaming binibigay. Yun lamang, hindi natin mahindian ang Interpol. So kung may duda sa ating pakikibahagi sa ICC, ang sinasabi ng Pangulo, ang ating commitment, obligasyon sa Interpol ay maliwanag at walang duda. So, ang sinasabi natin, kailan ba natanggap ng gobyerno na yung ICC naglabas na ng warrant of arrest laban kay Presidente PRRD?
At alas 3 nga ng umaga. Yun ang pagkakaalam kong yun.
So, hindi...
March 11.
No inkling before. May marites lang.
Marites lang po. Marami hong... ilang taon na po yung sinasabi na may lalabas na warrant of arrest. Ngunit ngayon lang ho talaga lumabas. March 11, alas 3 ng umaga.
So hanggang sa March 11 ng alas 3, na tulad ng sinabi ni General Marbil, natanggap ninyo nung umaga, ay wala kayo ka-idea.
The only information we got was the words of the former president in Hong Kong.
Sa Hong Kong?
Sa Hong Kong, ma'am.
Na andyan na?
Yes, ma'am.
Siya pang nauna, hindi kayo?
Yes, ma'am.
Nakakatuwa, no? Anyway, hindi ba March 8 pa lamang, marami na ring chismis na magkakaroon ng arrest warrant. In fact, the following day, mismo yung palasyo, Malacanang, sinabi na may mga haka-haka na ganun nga lalabas na, and the government is prepared for any eventuality. Bakit nasabi yun kung wala pang hawak na notice or kopya? March 8 pa lang to, nagsalita na yung Malacanang. Ibig sabihin, andun na.
Ma'am, the government is prepared for any eventuality at all times. That is the nature of our job. We will always be prepared. We will always be on hand to enforce any of these laws, ma'am.
So it does not mean na yung executive o yung palasyo may nalalaman tungkol sa warrant of
Ma'am,
arrest.
no one knew, ma'am.
Walang may
Again,
alam.
I repeat, ma'am,
as of March
categorically, no one knew until 3 o'clock of March 11.
3 a.m.
Yes, ma'am.
Sa umaga. Nung March 9, ang ating USEC sa PCO sabi, if Interpol hihingi ng assistance galing sa gobyerno, tutulungan. So why was Interpol already being mentioned and being bandied about
March
as early
9
as
yan.
March 8, March 9, kahit wala pang notice, wala pang red notice, wala miski ano.
Ma'am, maybe in context, sabi ko nga, marami ho naging pagkakataon na tumulong po Interpol sa atin, kaya hindi natin nalilimutan. Isang example po dyan ay yung paghuli po kay Alice Go sa Indonesia, at marami pa ho yung mga ibang pagkakataon na tumulong po Interpol sa atin.
Ba't alam na ng palasyo that Interpol will be involved if at that time there was no confirmation or receipt of any warrant? Bakit nagsasalita na ang palasyo, nagsasalita na yung PCO, sinasabi na huwag kayo mag-alala, handa tayo sa anumang mangyari. Bakit nagre-reassure na ang palasyo?
Ano ho kasi yan?
Parang pinapalakas.
Ang mekanismo po kasi ng International Tribunal, katulad po ng ICC, ay lumapit po sa Interpol upang ipamahagi o upang iserve ang warrant kasi wala po sila sariling kapulisan ang ICC.
So,
kaya
alam na
umaasa
ninyo,
rin po sila sa Interpol.
Tama. So, ang executive, alam na ninyo na ang Interpol ang gagamitin. Hindi sa wala
Ay,
tayong
ano ho
alam.
yun logical lang po yun. It's logic that Interpol will be the one used as they were the ones used in the past already.
Alam naman natin na gagamitin ng Interpol, pero hindi naman laging Interpol ang ginagamit ng ICC.
Hindi ko po alam yung iba.
Paano natin
Ang alam
alam?
ko lang ho, Interpol talaga.
Ang alam natin, iba-iba, di ba, sa history ng ICC. Kaya nagtataka ako, ba't ang aga-aga, March 8, alam na natin Interpol ang magbibigay ng warrant.
Huli.
Marahil ho kasi ang Interpol may opisina rin po sila sa sa Paris tsaka sa Hague. Kaya nag-uusap-usap po lahat 'yan. Yung Eurojust, Europol, ICC, ICJ, isang lugar lang po 'yan sa The Hague.
Alam natin, pero iba-ibang pamamaraan ang ginagamit ng ICC para hulihin, dakipin, at mag-serve ng warrant. So, ang sinasabi natin, siguro sina General Marbil, pagkat sila naman ang nakatanggap nito, walang contact or coordination sa ICC or Interpol bago March 11. Bago March 11, yung alas 3 ng umaga, na sinasabi po ninyo, talagang wala kayong ka-idea, walang notice, walang timbre, walang tawag, walang kaalam-alam ang Pilipinas tungkol dito.
Ma'am, can I answer that, ma'am?
Si General Marbil ang tinatanong po. Pwede kayong magdagdag, mamaya.
Ma'am, wala po kaming communication with the ICC except for the PCTs lang po. We rely on the Philippine Center for Transnational Crime.
Teka, so kauna-unahang pagkaalam mo tungkol dito sa warrant mula sa Interpol nung Marso 11, ika-11 ng Marso, tama ba?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Sigurado kayo, ha?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Oo, okay. So, but you just said na it doesn't go to you directly. Sabi mo, dumadaan muna sa transnational crime. Pwede ba natin tanungin ang ating head ng transnational crime? Andito po si Executive Director Alcantara. Kayo ba ang una nakatanggap nitong galing sa Interpol?
Magandang umaga po, Madam Chair. Tama po yun. Ang NCB Manila ang tumanggap po at 3 o'clock in the morning nung diffusion na sinasabi na may warrant of arrest na po ang ating dating Pangulo at yun po ang ginamit namin, pinan out namin
Tapos pinadala ninyo kaagad sa kapulisan.
Law enforcement agencies po ang mga pinadala natin, ang National Bureau of Investigation, ang Philippine National Police, ang Bureau of Immigration, at pinadalang ko rin po ang Department of Justice.
Okay. Maraming salamat. At may dadagdag yata si Secretary John Vic.
Wala na, ma'am. Wala na, ma'am.
Okay. At was a red notice, itong tinatawag na red notice,
Yeah.
iyon ba ang pinadala ng Interpol, Executive Director Alcantara? Kasi ang binanggit mo ngayon, diffusion.
Ang dumating
Kasi-
po sa atin ay isang diffusion, isang commonly tinatawag na red diffusion.
Teka, ang pagkaalam ko, iba ang notice at iba ang diffusion. Iklaro po ninyo, alin na natanggap?
Papaliwanag ko po. Ipapaliwanag ko po. Ang red notice po ay a request for international police cooperation that has been applied for by a member country or entity that are distributed to every member of the organization.
Opo, alam natin yon.
Okay
Pero
po.
ang sabi kanina, red notice ang natanggap. Ngayon ang sinasabi mo, hindi red notice, kundi diffusion lamang.
Tama po.
Alin ba talaga?
Diffusion po.
Walang red notice.
Nagkakaroon po ang general public or everybody ng
Pero alam natin
confusion.
na hindi magkapareho yun.
Pero it's equivalent po to a red notice.
Hindi po.
Ang red,
Mas alam ninyo ito sa akin. Ang diffusion po, hindi red notice. Tingnan lang natin ang website.
Ang diffusion po
Equivalent daw eh.
is a request for international police cooperation that is coming from an entity or another member country that is directed to another member country or
Tama,
several
oo.
countries. Yun po ang pagkakaiba.
Sa member to member,
Opo.
it's an unverified report requesting for information. Humihingi lang, makikipakilang sa kapwa member na kung maaari, tulungan ninyo kami. Pero hindi siya verified, hindi siya dumadaan sa kanilang commissioner, hindi siya pinopost sa website katulad ng red notice.
But
Tama po ba?
It went through the police of the organization's police database. Pumasok din po yon sa database.
Pumasok sa database pero unverified. Maliwanag siya, di ba?
Papaliwanag po na-
So, hindi po red notice ang natanggap, tama?
Diffusion po. Red diffusion. And more technical po, it's a wanted person diffusion.
Tama.
More technical.
So, walang red notice. Kapag walang pag-diffusion lang, ang pagkaintindi natin, humingi lang ng impormasyon, di ba?
Hindi po. Meron po tinatawag na red diffusion, blue diffusion.
Oo, maraming kulay yun eh.
Yung sinasabi po niyo na humihingi lang ng impormasyon is blue diffusion.
Okay,
information.
may kulay ba ito? Yung pinadala sa atin, anong kulay ng diffusion?
Ito po ay wanted person diffusion.
So, walang red notice.
Hindi po siya red notice.
Nakatanggap pa tayo ng red notice at any point?
Itong pong wanted person diffusion na to, pagpasok po sa Interpol sa Leon, pa-process po ng notices and diffusion.
Opo, alam po natin yon. Alam natin yung procedure.
Ang kasunod
Madalas
po nun,
na natin ginawa yan eh.
Kasunod po nun, mag-i-issue sila ng red notice. But this
Teka.
time, dahil po may urgency, they decided na it will go through by
So lumundag na tayo mula sa diffusion, hindi man lang na-confirm, hindi man lang napagtibayan, hindi man lang nadaan sa commissioner nila, hindi man lang nailagay sa website o naging opisyal, lumundag na po tayo. Sa diffusion pa lang yan mo. Hindi, kasi inaamin ninyo, wala namang red notice kailanman.
It is our job to find it out immediately, disseminate immediately, because the nature of the diffusion is...
Bakit si Congressman Arnie Teves may red notice na, hindi pa natin nagagawa ng paraan?
Hindi ko po masagot.
Ma'am, yung kay Arnie Teves,
Kasi may katanungan, di ba? At may sinasabi si Attorney Medialdea na hindi daw pinakita sa Pangulo. Pwede bang may sumagot? Si General Torre, mukhang kabisado niya. Siya yung nasa video eh.
Again, ma'am?
Hindi. Yung warrant nung natanggap ninyo yung warrant, naipakita ba yung ICC warrant sa Pangulo, kay Pangulo Duterte? Pinakita ba ninyo sa kanya? Nung inaresto siya, di ba, obligado kayo magpakita ng warrant.
Yes, ma'am.
Anong pinakita nyo?
Right at the tube, ma'am, the Yusek Nikiti, together with PG Fadulion, together with me, gave them the electronic copy through retired General Monteagudo, ma'am, because that's their condition. They don't recognize the diffusion order. They really want to have a copy of the warrant. That's why soft copy was given to them on the tube. And a hard copy was printed and later on received by Attorney Delgra in the 250th wing, sir. 250th wing, ma'am.
May pagkakataon ba si former president na basahin to? Kasi ang pagkaintindi, hindi. Tingnan natin muna yung video kasi mas maliwanag doon.
Grabe, no? Nakakatawa, no? Maganda to.
Pag umaresto ka ng tao, pag inaresto ka ng pulis, pwedeng hindi dala ng pulis ang warrant mo? Pwede. Sasabihin lang ng pulis kayo, oy, arestado ka, may warrant ka. Nasaan ang warrant? Doon sa istasyon, halika na. That's perfectly legal. Pag umaresto ka ng tao, pag inaresto ka ng pulis, pwedeng hindi dala ng pulis.
Inulit pa talaga yun.
So ang sabi po ninyo, hindi naman kailangan yung warrant kaya hindi ninyo pinakita. Tama po ba yun?
Ma'am, that is a very, very different interview in the aftermath. But I'm talking of...
Anong pinag-uusapan sa interview?
And I'm talking about we have already veered on the general
si John Vic
rules on
nakatingin.
the
Sabi ni John Vic nakatingin kayo. Lusutan mo yan.
warrantless, on the service of the warrants. Because
si John Vic.
during the time, and up to this time, there are still a lot of people saying that I'm wrong in there, that you cannot arrest a person with a warrant that you know as a person has a warrant, yet you cannot serve it without the physical warrant. So all the lawyers know here
Diba ang
that
sabi,
I'm right there.
Kailangan ng warrant as soon as practicable. At hinihingi talaga ni former president. Di ba hinihingi niya? Hinihingi ng abogado niya, asan yung warrant? Tama, di ba hinihingi
Yes,
nila?
ma'am.
Anong pinakita nyo?
We gave them the electronic copy of the warrant and it was given to them by Yusek Nikiti together with PG Fadulion. It was received by
Yung
General
warrant, anong klase yung
Monteagudo.
itsura ng warrant? ICC, Interpol?
It's an ICC warrant, ma'am.
ICC warrant.
Yes, ma'am. That was directed to the Interpol. That was the attachment of the diffusion order.
Natuturuan na.
Pero
May
ayon sa ating
coaching na.
batas, di ba? Napakaliwanag naman na yung court o judge, kinakailangan Pilipino. Di naman sakop noon yung Interpol, yung ICC. Bakit naging warrant rin sa Pilipinas yun?
I will defer the answering to that question to the DOJ, ma'am, because I was with the DOJ during the time, and it was the DOJ.
Hindi, nandun si
used-
Prosecutor Fadulion Ikaw naman
Yes, ma'am.
bumasa ng Miranda rights, hindi man lang yung prosecutor. Tinikoberan mo na yung papel ng DOJ, kaya sumagot ka ngayon.
Ma'am, we're talking situation in the tube.
Hindi, sinabi mo kasi, ang liwaliwanag, sinabi mo, hindi naman kailangan ng warrant
It's a different matter, ma'am. Altogether different matter.
Bakit? Ilang warrant ba yan?
One warrant, but different. That question on the interview is a different situation, ma'am.
So, kailan mo pinakita yung warrant? Yung sinasabi mo electronic copy?
The first time, ma'am, it is not
At kanino?
me. It was not me who showed the warrant. It was Yusek Nikiti together with PG Fadulion, together with me there in the tube of the plane. The former president is still there inside the plane. It was given to retired General Monteagudo, who is with the party. And because during the time, E.S. Mijaldea and the wife and Attorney Delgra had already went back inside the plane and told us, hindi kami lalabas kung wala kayong maipakitang warrant.
Kaya nga, so, when was the accused finally shown the warrant of arrest? Di ba dapat as soon as practicable ang sinasabi? Kailan mo pinakita mismo kay former president?
I believe, ma'am, the electronic copy is already acceptable now in the rules of court.
Yun na nga, pero pinakita mo ba kay Presidente Duterte?
It was not me who they invited inside the plane. It was the PCTC through General Alcantara, whom they invited inside the plane, showing to them and explaining to them the warrant.
Ganun ba? Napaliwanag ba ninyo, Executive Director Alcantara? Kasi parang ang bilis-bilis lang naman ninyo dun sa eroplano. Ang nakita naming final warrant, 15 pages po. Ganun lang kabilis na nabasa
Tama po yan, 15 pages po. Pero i-present po namin kay President Duterte na nasa
nabasa niya lahat, 15 pages? Ang bilis-bilis nung lumabas eh.
Hindi po niya nabasa yun.
Hindi niya nabasa.
Hindi niya.
So, bakit?
Doon po namin present sa kanya.
Kaya nga, pero ba't hindi niyo pinagbigyan na basahin? Kasi karapatan talaga ng akusado at ng arestado yan, di ba?
At that point in time, ang may kopya po ng warrant ay si General Alex Monteagudo. Nagbabapiring po sa telepono niya. Matagal pong mabuo dahil
siyempre nasa airport.
Kaya
tapos nasa loob ng aeroplano.
Kaya nga po madaling
sabi.
Kaya nga po nagprint kami ng hard copy. So pagdating po sa 250, doon na binigay sa kanila yung warrant.
Madam Chair, just on the warrant.
Ma'am, he has doctors who came over, and I believe they are from Cardinal Santos. We offered also the services of the PNP doctors, and we also offered the services of the post-hospital doctors there on the Philippine Air Force.
Hindi, pero ang mahalaga, yung doktor na talagang doktor niya.
Yes, ma'am. They came from the Cardinal Santos. Is their doctors. What they are actually asking, they even asked for ECG, and the ECG came. That was very, very different from the ordinary Filipinos. And they're asking for, I think, executive checkup. That's one thing that we did not accede to.
Ang sinasabi
Madam Chair,
ninyo,
if I may.
Po? Yes, Senator Jinggoy. So, walang katotohanan doon sa sinasabi na hindi ninyo pinagbigyan yung sarili niyang doktor?
No, ma'am. Not true, ma'am.
Okay.
They requested a doctor. The doctors arrived. He was given an ECG. Subsequently, they asked Ms. Hanilet, the common law partner of the former president, for a list of his prescribed medicines. She declined. We asked a rundown of his pre-existing medical conditions. She declined. We asked what allergies he had. She declined. We asked that she board the flight with him going to The Hague. She declined. So all those rights accorded to him were given, and the doctor was given, and we tried to extract as much information as possible, but they all declined.
Okay, Senator Jinggoy, I believe that Secretary John Vic said that these were untrue, that this was all fake news, that in fact his rights were honored, and in fact they provided an ECG which is above and beyond the usual practice. Yes, Senator Estrada, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Let it be known that I am
Nakakatawa to. Hinahanap ko talaga to.
not protecting or I'm not defending anyone, much less the former president
Disclaimer
of
na
the
kagad.
Republic of the Philippines, President Duterte, since I am an ally of this administration led by President Bongbong Marcos, and at the same time a friend of Vice President Inday Sara Duterte. Now, since you've been asking the questions addressed to Gerald Torre, may I ask Gerald Torre, how did you think did you handle the arrest of former President Duterte properly?
Yes, sir. I do, sir. It's proper.
It was proper. But when I saw the video, it was really, for me as a citizen of this country, it was really unbelievable. It was a very, very big disappointment. Because I can relate, General. Because when we were arrested, way back 2001,
Yeah,
together with my father, the same thing happened. All right, we were in the wee hours of the morning. We were the policemen barged in our hospital room. at Veterans Memorial Hospital. They were arresting us. They wanted us to be transferred to another detention cell because after the May 1 siege, at ano sabi ng mga pulis? Kalad ka rin na yan mga yan pag ayaw sumama. At the same time, when I saw the video, parang nag-flashback sa akin yung ginawa ng mga kapulisan ng araw sa amin. At ang sabi mo, hihilahin ko yan. Is that what you said, General Torre?
Sir, it's already all optics and tactics already because it's already.
No, I'm asking you. Did you say that? Hihilahin ko.
Yes, sir. And I actually made good of it, sir.
No. What prompted you to say that?
Sir, I made good of it, sir. Sabi ko, sir, hihilain ko yan. And I went back to AS Medialdea, handcuff him.
Bakit mo nga sinasabi? You know, your statements based on the video may reflect the PNP as an institution. Baka sabihin lahat ng ating mga kababayan, ganyan pala yung mga pulis. Masyadong wala man lang ka-respeto.
Pasalamat ka, wala si Jinggoy dyan. Basically.
Ganon din ang ginawa sa amin Can you justify why you said that hihilahin ko yan? Nakita ko si dating Pangulong Duterte, di naman lumalaban.
Yes, nakaupo nga lang.
To say that.
Mr. Senator, respectfully, the threat of hihilahin ko na yan was not towards the president, the former president. It is towards
ba't ikaw ang sumasagot?
After a heated argument between his counsel and General Torre. In no way was the former president threatened with bodily harm.
Yes,
who was addressing the
Ba't din sinabi agad?
Sinasabihan ni General Torre? Was it the lawyer or was it the former President Duterte?
Lawyer, sir, Attorney Medialdea. And actually, sir, after that, I actually went back to him, placed handcuff on him after reading him his rights and arrested him for obstruction of justice.
Na sinabi
and
niya
after
yun.
that, sir, I brought him to the bus and came back again and told Attorney Delgra he's next.
Si Jen Pardo.
And again, sir, I reiterate all credits goes to the former president because after he saw that I'm already very, very serious in bringing him into the plane, he said, okay, let's go. And I told Romy, the PSG, to just escort him and he went voluntarily to the bus that brought him to the plane.
Sisingit lang ako Senator Jinggoy. Kasi binabasa ko rito yung standard operating ng PNP. Ang liwaliwanag naman no torture, no force, no violence, threat, intimidation, or other means to vitiate the free will to be used against the arrested person. Di the more so, yung mga kasamahan ng arestado. Sabi mo nga, ikaw na nag-admit forcefully. Talagang you used force. Bawal po yun.
Ma'am, it is... I placed ES Medialdea under arrest for obstruction of justice.
Sabi nga ni Senator Jinggoy, hihilain mo pa.
Yes, ma'am. I did because I have to get into their heads to make them to make it very, very clear to them that we are already very, very serious of loading the president to the plane.
General, pinapaliwanag mo, pero bawal ang paggagamit ng dahas, ng pananakot, ng intimidation, or any other means. Ang liwanag nasa kapulisan yan
Just to be clear, operationally,
pinagtanggol na naman, di ba? Okay na pala yun, stop na natin doon. Di ba nakakatawa, nakakawala ng stress kahit papano. Well, at least, kung totoo man ang pinapakita opinion ko lang to opinion ko lang. Kung totoo man yung pinapakita ni Amy Marcos bilang chairperson, dyan, huwag tayo manghusga. Huwag kayo manghusga, easy. Huwag kayo manghusga, easy. Well, ano naman kung makapasok naman yung 10, may dalawa pa naman kasi top 12 di ba? 12 yung papasok Kung totoo man, di ba? Kung totoo man yung pinapakita na ito ni Senator Amy, opinion ko lang to. Kung totoo man, patunayan niya. Di ba? Patunayan niya na hindi niya ginagamit yung opportunity na to na to win the crowd back sa kanya. Kung siya man, kung goal niya man yan sa kanya o goal niya sa buong team nila doon, o para sa kanya lang. Kasi lumulubog na yung bangka nila doon Kumbaga, save yourself. Di ba? Save yourself. Siyempre, kanya-kanyang gawaan ang paraan yan. Di ba? Sigurado naman, hindi naman nila lahat makukuha Dahil dito yung 10, di ba? Na PDP laban, na talagang umangat at talagang ang lineup talaga nito mas lalong lumalakas araw-araw. Marami nga nagko-comment sa akin dito aminado sila. Sa akin walang problema sa comment section, mag-real talkan tayo. Alam ko naman na hindi lahat to gusto nyo. Totoo naman, noon ako una, ayoko Ayoko kay Philip Salvador. Ayoko kay Pastor Kibuloy. Di ba? Hindi lahat gusto ko. Pero the moment na pinaliwanag ko sa inyo, di ba? The moment na pinaliwanag ko na sa inyo na wag natin palusubin sa gera na 1, 2, 3 lang dahil yun lang yung gusto natin. Ayaw natin yun sa iba. Real talkan to, walang problema. Hindi naman tayo, mas gusto ko nga to, transparent tayo. Ayoko yung parang nagpaplastikan tayo. Totoo, di ba? Marami ako nagbabasa dyan na comment. Ito, actually, kaya nga akong gumaganon kasi nagbabasa ako ng comment. Sinabi nila na noon una din daw, duda sila. Pero ngayon, gusto na nila iboto lahat. See? Tinaas na ni Tatay Digong yung mga kamay nito. May tiwala tayo kay Tatay Digong. Si Tatay Digong, absolutely, malamang may tiwala din. Malamang nakilala. Kaya nga hindi niya nasakto ng 12. Di ba? Hindi siya naglagay ng kulang tayo ng 2. Sige, kuha ka na nandyan. Papasukin mo na para may lanap tayo 12. Di ba? Hindi. 9 lang o 10. Sama na natin si Dr. Mata kasi marami nagko-comment. O 10. Sabi natin 10. O may 2 pa. Pinagkatiwalaan na natin si Tatay Digong. Pagtiwalaan na rin natin yung 10 na to. Na kinuwento ko na sa inyo na ito yung papalusubin natin sa gera para ma-save muna netong mga to si BP Inday Sara sa impeachment trial. Diba? At least nandoon na yan, may kasama na si BP sa impeachment trial. Wag lang 2, 3. Biri mo, buong team kayo. Halimbawa kayo, buong team. Pinadala kayo ng Basilan. 3 lang kayo, 10 kayo kunyari, tapos 3 lang yung gusto ipadala. O paano yan? Ano magja-jack and point na kayo dyan? So sino unang lulusob? Diba? Yun yung point ko. At yun din yung personal na kahilingan ko sa inyo. Pare-pares naman tayo dito, nagpapakita ng support. Thank you nga pala doon sa lahat na nag-message sa akin dito, nag-comment. Hindi ko na kayo maisa-isa, pero nabasa ko dito na hinihingi yung GCash number ko. Thank you. Thank you. Maraming salamat na niwala kayo sa akin. Anyway, yun lang yun. Kung totoo man yung pinapakita ni Senator Amy Marcos, patunayan mo. Dahil sinabi nga na Senator Bato de la Rosa na malalim na masyado yung sugat. Diba? Masyado nang malalim. Hindi nga namin alam kung hihilom pa to. Not unless siguro makauwi si tatay. Doon siguro. Baka sakaling umayos tayo. Diba? Kasi dito nyo nalitisin. Pabalikin nyo na lang kung ako sa inyo, wala pang gulo. Walang ganyan na mangyayari. Well, not unless talagang papanindigan na nila yan. Diba? O kung ano naman na mangyari, solid naman tayo rito. Naniniwala ako doon. Walang titigil, walang magpapahinga, walang mapapagod. Kung mapagod man, pwede naman magpahinga saglit, tapos kinabukasan, naka-energy, na-charge na yung battery mo, laban lang ulit tayo para kay Tatay Digong. Para sa bansa na din, di ba? Imagine nyo, compare nyo. Sige, mula nung kay Tatay Digong hanggang sa ngayon sa present. Sige nga, tanongin nyo sarili nyo, kanino nyo gusto. Di ba? Maraming salamat mga kayon. Thank you so much sa pagkikinig at pagtatambay at pagboboses natin dito sa issue ng bayan, ating pag-usapan. God bless po.